Former Free State Health Department MEC Benny Malakoane is the first high-profile person to testify in the murder trial of City Med CEO and businessman Louis Siemens in the High Court in Bloemfontein.
Siemens was murdered in 2018 at a parking lot of the Prela Square shopping centre. 8 men, including Siemens business partner Stanley Bakili, disbarred advocate, military man and 3 police officers stand accused of playing a role in the murder. During cross-examination, Malakoane admitted to knowing Bakili after their meetings to discuss business. Malakoane says he was introduced to Siemens by Bakili. Well, for more on this story, we cross to our reporter, Aphumelele Mdlalane, who's been observing proceedings in the court. Good afternoon, Aphumelele. What's the latest where you are?
Quite interesting events unfolded this early here in the High Court. As you just mentioned, that the first witness to take the stand is the former MEC for Health here in the province, Dr. Benny Malakoane, where, of course, during the cross-examination, he was asked how does he know Stanley Bakili. Stanley Bakili is, of course, the first accused and also described as the mastermind of the murder of Dr. Louis Siemens. And when he was asked that question, Dr. Benny Malakoane, he did mention that since 2016 he knew Stanley Bakili, where they met, of course, when he was as an MEC then for Health, opening a medical center. And of course he was also asked that has he met the late Dr. Louis Siemens. He has also said that they met with Dr. Louis Siemens. However, he had no relations or business whatsoever with Dr. Louis Siemens. Another interesting question that was proposed by the prosecutor to Dr. Benny Malakoane was whether he knew that there were mentions of Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, the then health minister, where he also mentioned that as the MEC, and since the time he met Stanley Bakili, he did hear the mention of Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, but he didn't divulge as to how was he involved in this case. Surprisingly, the prosecutor asked as the MEC, how come you don't get interested in knowing how the Aaron Motsoaledi is involved in this matter? We understand that the first accused, who is or was the associate businessman to the late Siemens, was involved in a way that he was the one who was responsible to expedite the process of giving the license to Dr. of the City Med CEO, who is the late Louis Siemens. And the case allegedly is involving a 5 million rand bribery and the mentions of so far the highly profile people who is Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi. And also later on there was a colonel who took the stand, of course, also being asked as to how does he know the first accused, who is Stanley Bakili, where he mentioned that he knows the person because he was seen on the CCTV camera where the incident occurred on the 10th May last year at the Prela Square shopping center.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much, Aphumelele, for your report there. Over to you, Nzinga.